Welcome back to the Manor Entropians. Julian McBain here, and as you can see, we are back in the Monria caves, and we are trying to complete the mission that we started last time, where I got unceremoniously murdered right about here. So I am currently on my way back. I did go through the entire this part of the tunnel already. I really didn't think you'd care, but we're making an effort to get to teleporter number 4. That is 4, right? 1, 2, yeah, that would be 4. And after that, I don't know if we'll have enough time in this video, but then for the next video, we're set up to go fight the Shubs, which are the one mob on this planet I haven't really fought a lot of. The last time I was here, I was not in a position to do well against them. But at the time, I believe I was carrying an LB20, and now I'm equipped with an LB35, which is and a much higher level amp, so which is much significant. It's a significantly higher level weapon than I was carrying before. Now, I do have to say, it would probably be better if I had plates on my armor. Yes, I know, that's something I'm still working on. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to try going this way and see what happens, because we went that way last time. I'm also going to make better use of my scope, something that I failed to do last time, and I think that was to my detriment. And it could be that this is a dead end, but then at least you've seen it. So, I also want to apologize, because I know this one is coming out later than I normally put out things. 2 things that I ran into over the course of the last weekend, which is the reason that this is coming out late today. Because I'm actually recording this on Sunday, the day it's going to come out. I'm going to record this and I'm going to immediately upload it. First off, I had my second event in 2 weekends yesterday. It was awesome, but exhausting. You know, I wasn't even fighting. The second thing is I had forgotten about the time change. So I woke up this morning expecting it to be between 7 and 7:30, and it was 8:30, and then I realized that, you know, oh, right, daylight savings time starts today, so yeah, that wasn't happening at that point. But that's okay. You know, one of the good parts about being a YouTuber is you can be largely flexible in a lot of cases. Consistency is important, but there is flexibility. So we are going to cut our way through all of these cultists. We're going to carefully keep an eye on the other ones around us so we don't end up mobbed again. 236s. We almost made it through 236s. If I just managed to that one last shot on that one mob, or to heal through and nope, critical hit, dead. Which happens. But it was still like, oh. Wow, I don't know if someone's already been through here or what, but this is a lot emptier than I expected. If I find out this is a bypass, I'm just going to be like, what? I could have done a jump cut and just jumped back in. I don't do jump cuts, or I avoid jump cuts if I can absolutely do so. Yeah. This is like a non-populated corridor. What the hell? Okay, so if you're doing a cave run and these cultists are giving you trouble, bear to the left. It looks like you might avoid the whole kit and caboodle. Holy crap. I never would have guessed this was like this. Which, you know, it does make a certain amount of sense to have a bypass, especially that way that you can get all the teleporters for the low level tunes or players, but I was not expecting this. That's really pretty. Oh, we do have a mob. I love how it picks the one behind. So it's not totally unpopulated, but it's definitely less populated than going through the cave proper. They are still of a higher level though, so you gotta have the chops to get through them. What exactly is a sectator? I know what a spectator is. And I'm not throwing shade, I'm serious. Like, I'm a writer, I study language, English in particular, and I know that there's a lot of words that Lovecraft coined, and I don't know if this is from core Lovecraftian lore, or if this is something specific to Monria. So I'm curious to know what the origin of the word sectator is. Come on. Well, heck, if this ends up going smoothly, we might just dive into the next cave. I don't trust that it's going to go smoothly, though. Oh, God. I have noticed that this area tends to be just a touch laggy, and I don't know if it's just today, or it's when I log in. I mean, Sundays are going to be a bit busier than a weekday anyway, just because it's a Sunday and everyone's on. The coolness has gone up. I will say fighting cultists is a great way to grind out those dodge points. Because evade, of course, is good for melee mobs. Dodge is what you need for ranged mobs. And EU does not have a whole lot of ranged mobs relative to melee mobs. So like if you're low level, a good one to fight is if you're on Calypso, Bristlehogs. They're all ranged all the time. And as annoying as they are, and actually you can tame them too, they will help you to grind out your dodge skill, which is really important. Drones will also do it on Calypso. I don't know. On Cyrene, fighting robots will also do it. I know there are things on Arcade... Oh, fighting Dusters on Cyrene will also do it, because they're all ranged. I don't know on Arcadia, and I don't know on Next Island. I don't recall running into ranged mobs on either planet, but I didn't get very far on either planet. Next Island, I did a shitload of exploration, but not a huge amount of grinding. Arcadia, I did the specific beginner missions, which were important for what my goal was. But again, I didn't spend a huge amount of time just like exploring and grinding. Everything I ran into was melee. But here on Monria, cultists specifically do ranged. And I can't remember if Shubs do. We'll find out once we get to the Shub Cave. Maybe we'll look out and run into Chapter 3 while we're down here. Yeah, I know, I kind of doubt it too, but one can hope, can he not? We're going to keep a close eye on dots, because last time we ran in, this is where we ran into trouble, although it might have actually been over there that we ran into it. I don't know that we had gotten quite this far yet. So there, we are clear, at least insofar as we can tell. So there, if you're making a run and you want to avoid as much combat as possible, stick to the left through that cave system. That was wholly unexpected. I expected it to be another lengthy fight. Although it looks like we're running into more mobs up here. What? There they are. Shubs. Shub combatant. Well, let's see how this goes. And they are blocking the way, too. They look bizarre. Oh, yeah, and they are ranged. And they're very ugly. Like, incredibly so. Although, these in particular appear to be within my ability to do damage. We gotta be careful, though. They have an incredible amount of range. Pull this one back. I don't want to be pulling its friends. See, we managed to draw this one just as we were finishing that last one off. This is why Shubs are so dangerous. They've got such a long aggro range. Although it appears they are also double programmed, so they both have a ranged and a melee attack. Because I saw that I evaded as opposed to dodged. That's creepy. They did a good job on the model, though. Take a look at that. That's great work. Let's get down into the... Come on. Can I please pull out? Thank you. Look at the model design. They did a great job with this. It's like a vaguely humanoid demon. Definitely a servant of Shub-Niggurath. Why does my sword have that much reach? Like, wait a second. We're not even close to each other. Not complaining, I'm just like, wait a second. That'd be like hitting someone with a longsword from the other end of a room. I mean, yeah, you can do it. If if your body mechanics are good, but not like that. I'm just standing there and hitting him and there's like 10 meters between us. Oh my god. Getting some good stuff off these guys, though. I forgot what kind of loot they have. They have all kinds of stuff. Animal liver oil, fine hide. Things for crafting. You know, I bet these guys have a wider hitbox than their model suggests. I think that's why I'm able to hit them from that distance. That is something I would love to see. I would love to be able to get like into the meat of the Entropia universe level design and the mobs and just see like collision and wireframes. Just to better understand the background mechanics of the game. And I know it's a really geeky thing to want to know about, but that kind of stuff interests me. You know, games design was really just a baby industry when I went to college. And I was a junior when they added the major at my school. And at that point, you know, the crash was underway. All kinds of things were happening, and so I was never able to go and pursue that. But I love looking at the background mechanics of games. Collision and wireframing and level design. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. I got two of you. I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. We should be okay. These guys are low enough level to where it's not going to be so bad. And I've got them both in melee by the looks. If I can get them into melee, my evade helps a lot. I do need to work on my dodge a lot more, because my evade right now is, what, almost 3,000, but my dodge is barely 1,300. Dodge, dodge. Where'd the dodge go? Oh, it's not even showing up anymore. What is aim, weapons handling? Figures, it's not on there. Global 8119. That is beautiful. Holy crap, that's amazing. I'll take it. I will definitely take it with gratitude. Let's back this guy up. Oh, they won't back up. That's right, Shubs don't back up. They'll just let you get back into range and attack you from range. Bastards. That speaks to some much more intelligent AI, though. Like, the drones will just follow you around, even though they can't hit you in melee worth of shit. Nope, Shubs have more intelligence than that. I do need to find the daily for these guys, because if I can find the daily for these guys, I could come down in here and hunt them down here and get the extra tokens, because there's 8 tokens you can get a day on Monria. And it's not random, unlike Calypso, which that's one of my complaints about the dailies on Calypso, is that what you're hunting or what you're doing is often random. So sometimes you can do it and sometimes you can't. And that's really annoying. Here, there's 8 tokens. You can you're either high enough level to get them or you're not. And I can appreciate that. Here we go. Look at that. I know it's not technically part of the play area, but it's still gorgeous. The way they designed this, where it's not just cave walls, you've got a pit. And the idea, I think the idea is to maybe someday they'll expand it so you can actually go down there. Whoa. Whoo. Apparently, to a certain extent, you can. I know at some point you just die. Which I'm not ready to do yet. No, I might like it would jump me way back here. I know we're closer to this one, but still it'd be like, argh! There's a lot more in between us and that teleporter than I expected. And they're all fairly decent level. I don't remember this. Although we are starting to come up against some higher level ones. This corridor is a lot longer than I recall. Which is entirely not unexpected because it's only been like a year since I've been down here. In fact, I just ran through, grabbed the teleporters the last time, I think. I didn't even spend too much time fighting Shubs. Come on. Charge. Let's see, we got about 100 pet. Oh, still got 200 pet in there. Fighting these guys is no joke, though. I know a good part of the reason I'm doing so well now is because I have the regen. No. Can I pull him back? Tab targeting will kill you in this game. Oh my god, look at all of those Shubs. And we gotta get through all of them in order to get to the teleporter. Arrgh. It's like wall o death. Let's back them up. I'm not getting any closer to that group than I have to. I do have to say I'm having much better luck against these guys than I did the last time I was down here. Actually, the last time I was down here, I think I got killed somewhere in this corridor and got basically res beamed to the teleporter, which is how I got the teleporter in the first place. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Almost through this group. Got 3 more left after this guy. Girl. Demon. Thing. Horror. There. We'll call it a horror. I'm glad I downed that skill pill. I did not realize just how many mobs were in this corridor. We're not even halfway through. So I'm actually really glad we didn't go through the bigger chamber. This would have been like a 2-hour video. Holy crap. But this is good. It's good for you to see, and it's good for all of us to realize just how much work it takes to get through here. So if you're getting a cave run from like the MCAT team or from another player, just think about the amount of effort it takes to get through here and really appreciate what they do. And if you yourself are going through, now you know how much time it takes to get through, and you can plan accordingly. There we go. I will say this, I am seriously appreciating the lifesteal amps. Which I knew once I started using them, I would just be addicted to them, and now I'm telling you, it's like key equipment. It is. When you're hunting at the limit of your ability, a lifesteal amp makes the difference. And I know these guys aren't at the limit of my ability, but when I was fighting those cultists back here that were like level 36, yeah. Without the regen or the lifesteal amp, I know for a fact I never would have been able to get very far. Because yeah, an extra 3 or 4 HP back every time you hit your enemy, or I think I maxed out at like 6 or 7. It doesn't sound like, so I'm averaging like 4 to 5. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're averaging 2 hits for their 1, that's 10 damage. You know, reducing their effective damage dealing by 10 points per hit, that's huge, especially in a game where hit points are notoriously low. And I'm a high hit point player for my level, and I don't even have. Yeah, I've got 148 core, and I've got a ring that gives me 12, so I'm playing at 160, and that's a lot of hit points for my level. And I've seen some really high level players; they're barely breaking 250. And like at some point after St. Paddy's Day, I'll be heading back to Calypso for a little bit, and I'm gonna keep working on the skills that I know grow that health. Although I don't know, I'm getting really comfortable being on Monria. I can't spend all my time on a single planet or moon, but I'm getting very comfortable with Monria, and I like that. And I like that there's always more. I know Monria is growing. I know that Monria has a lot of potential. And I know the devs are actively working on improving things. And I'm not going to throw shade at Mindark. Mindark puts a lot of work into this game. They put a lot of work into making sure things are interesting. Calypso is fairly static, though. And to a certain extent, it has to be. Because with Mindark also having to deal with space and the engine and all of the other stuff, you know, Calypso is fairly well balanced, so screwing with things would not necessarily be beneficial. But it does mean that it's harder to find new things, whereas a more developing place like Monria, there's more things to discover. And I know we haven't finished yet. So we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue going through everything that I know of on Monria. Once I run out, which, you know, we're through the caves. So there's another cave we have to explore. It's a hidden one, where the entrance is. It's about here, and there's a whole big space in here with a whole bunch of rare pets that you can get. And then we are going to probably head back to Calypso for a little while. I'm going to work on some of my Codex missions. And then maybe we'll come back here. Or maybe we'll go to Cyrene. I am someone who feels like I need to visit Cyrene at least once a year for a while. I really enjoy that planet. That's another planet with a lot of potential that I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next. And again, the devs are actively working on things. I just wish I knew when they were holding events, because I inevitably miss the events on Cyrene, which really sucks. And part of that's my fault. I don't pay attention to the forums enough. But, you know, it is what it is. Speaking of things, let's look at... Oh, geez. I'm still working on the very lowest level of the Iron mission for these guys. That tells you how little I have hunted Shubs. Especially in comparison to, like, Shoggoth. Should be getting close. This does, however, kind of highlight the fact that I've got to start getting plates for my armor. And I've been resisting, and I've, you know... No, I don't want to spend the ped. But let's be realistic. It's time to start looking at getting plates. Even 1 point per piece of armor makes a difference, especially when you're doing the longer runs like this. Full set of 5 Bs though are quite expensive, which is what, you know, you should be using. Those are pretty much the optimized plates for Ghost, from what I can tell, are 5 Bs. At least that appears to be what everyone uses. Ooh. That one's losing health. Someone else is down here. Whoa, check the river out. That's really cool. I don't remember this. Looks like Fatima. Shout out to you. I don't know what... Hit her with the Syrica or the Orthodoxy Romana. We're gonna continue through. Oh, they appear to be hunting. Ghost armor. Yep, they're going the other direction. Okay. A Shub Harridan. Not entirely sure what a Harridan is, but okay. Whoa, shit! That one respawned out of nowhere right behind us. That's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, we gotta pull this one down fast. Because that one's gonna aggro. I know we're in range of that. Yep, here it comes. At least it's coming into melee. That's helpful. That's very helpful. Because I can deal with... As long as I'm using evade, I'm in good shape. If I have to start using dodge, I'm screwed. Oh, I bet that the pugilists don't have the ranged attack. That might be why they're called pugilists. Duh. Ooh, they hit like a brick shit house when they do hit you, though. Oh my goodness. Come on. Heal through that. So my evade is definitely what's keeping me alive here, because if it weren't for that, it would be just like the last time I was down here, because I did not have nearly the evade points back then. Like, I don't think I had half what I have now. No, you're not allowed to freeze on me. Cut the shit. Cut through. We're almost there. We're almost there. Don't do this to me. Come on. Boom. Okay. We made it. That was an uncomfortable situation. It's like, hi, respawn right behind you. Ah! But now is where we're coming into the tougher enemies. So we gotta be more careful. This one has ranged. And maybe the pugilists do too, and I was just far enough or close enough to where they automatically proc to do melee. I don't know. Holy shit. What's up? Pay attention, Julian. He was just like, yeah, you don't need those hit points. Come on. We're like 10 meters from the teleporter. Come on. We can do this. Chew through these heavier shubs. A Xanthip. Or a Shanthip. I don't know if that... I don't know if you should pronounce that X like a Z or an S. Or an SH, rather. Because, like, in English... Well, it's Lovecraftian, so I'm going to assume it's the English pronunciation of X, which is more like a Z. So a Xanthip. Is it like a xenomorph? Well, I guess they kind of operate like xenomorphs, don't they? Here, let me eat your face. Like that. Whoa. Jesus. Look at that. This is where the limit is. These level 33s. 60 points in one go. That's ridiculous. And it wasn't even a critical hit. Ouch. Ouch. This is where plates would come in handy. Because it comes down to, you know, even 1 or 2 points extra of armor could mean the difference between winning. See right there. Instant critical hit. I don't even know how much damage it did to me. System. 145 points. $145 points in one go. Like, that's almost all of my health at full. That I'm going to call BS on. I didn't even have a chance to start healing before he started attacking me. You know, the point of having something like HDNA is to be able to actually engage your opponent again. Not just waste the HDNA, so that's very frustrating. But I got teleport beamed to the res terminal. And we got a wall of higher level shubs here, so I'm not going to bother trying to go back and grab the one that I almost killed because it's through another 6, and by the time I get there it'll be fully healed. But you've got the general gist of it. We made it to the teleporter about the same way I did last time. Once you get here, guys, it gets serious. There's not a whole lot you can do. Or actually, you can do. You can come down here and you can fight them. You can get the skills. But I mean, you can't avoid the harder fights anymore. And I know that the further in you go, the tougher it gets. Let's see what the next one down into the tunnel is before we call it. But, I mean, they're level 33 back there. Yeah, level 31. I mean, these guys are no joke. They are no joke at all. So, I know there's one more teleporter in there. I might do one more video seeing if we can get to it, but I am almost positive we won't. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Guys, as always, I really appreciate the support. I hope that you have enjoyed this cave series. My next one is going to be on the hidden cave, where you can pick up all the rare pets. And even some common pets, but the rare ones are what a lot of people go there for. And we'll see you all there. Thank you, and have a great one.